Hey there, Regina Andler here, and it is time for Tips and Tricks Tuesday. Today, I want to give you 6 self-care tips for busy people. Whether you're an entrepreneur or work for somebody else, or it doesn't really matter. Do you ever find yourself just so busy? In the past month or so, I have chatted with a number of people, and it just seems that the biggest complaint I'm hearing is there is just no time to get anything done or take care of me. Well, you know what? Self care is not selfish, and there is always time in every single day to take care of you. You just have to allow yourself some time to take care of you. So, you know, as we get caught up in the day to day, what I want you to think about is taking a little bit of time just for you. Just stop and take some time for you. The first tip that I have, the first of 6 tips that I have, is to really think about your sleep. Prioritize your sleep. Are you getting enough sleep? Now, I know I'm one of those people that I'm probably somewhere between 5 and 7 hours, depending on the night. I know on the nights that I don't get a lot of sleep, I can wake up in the morning and know exactly why I didn't get enough sleep. And it's usually because either the TV was on or I was on a computer or something like that. Prioritize your sleep, prioritize your sleep routine. If you really want to prioritize it and make it a good thing for you, make sure you're off of the computer a couple hours before you go to bed. Don't eat before you go right to bed because that will keep you up at night. Just make sure that you're in a quiet place. You don't have other lights coming on. You don't have that stuff, all those outside forces keeping you awake. And if you are one of those people that wakes up in the middle of the night, it's as simple as it's here someplace, keeping just a pad of paper and a pen next to your bed so that you can write down those thoughts that pop into your head in the middle of the night and get them out so you can fall back asleep. Yeah, there's all kinds of things you can do to help you prioritize your sleep. So that's tip 1, is to prioritize that sleep. Be honest with yourself. Are you getting enough every night? If not, time to start thinking about that. Easy one to do. Start doing it tonight. The next one is to take regular breaks. Do you ever think about how your day goes? Do you ever find yourself working through lunch? I used to do that all the time in corporate world. I talk about this in my tips, my time management tips. I have this timer. I actually put the timer on. When I know I have a big task to do that I know I'm going to be sitting here for a long time and I could potentially, totally zone out and lose track of time, I set that for 45 minutes because that seems to be my sweet spot. Different for different people. Some people it's 20 minutes, some people it's an hour. People have their different things. I'll set that and then make sure that I take a break. And a break means getting up away from my computer. So it's not just a break and say, hey, I'm going to go on Facebook for 10 minutes and play around or go listen to a couple videos or listen to a podcast or do something. Yeah, it's not. It's get up, move around, walk out of my office, walk outside if it's nice out, walk out into my balcony here, take a look outside, listen to the birds for a few, just get away. Give yourself permission to take a break in between. Trust me, you will be much more productive if you take a break. And, it will also keep you from falling asleep in the afternoon. So the next one is to make some time for the things that you love to do. I mean, do you have any hobbies that you really love that you just would love to get to once in a while? Maybe it's reading books, maybe it's quilting, maybe it's gardening. Whatever your hobby is that you love to do, give yourself some time to do that. Whether you're working into your weekend, your evening, sometime during the day, if you're if you're an entrepreneur that works from home and you can, take your hour for lunch or something like that. Go out and do whatever it is that brings you some joy. It raises your energy level. And when you do something that raises your energy level, it actually is really good for your psyche, for everything. It just makes you so much more productive and ready to get done what you need to get done for your business if you allow yourself that little break time doing something that you love to do. So, whatever your hobby is, find some time to do it. Now, my next one is to move your body a little. You know, you need to move around. I am actually standing right now, as you can tell. I have a stand-up desk, so I've talked about that in the past as well. Stand up if you can. Move your body though. Every single day, do some kind of exercise, whether that's going for a walk or even if you're working from home or you're working in an office where you have stairs, go up and down the stairs a couple times. Whatever it is. It doesn't have to be like, you go out to the gym and you go do something specific. I mean, if you can, that's great too. I do that as well. However, when I'm home and I know it's a day that I'm not going to the gym or going to a race or going to do something that I do with my obstacle course stuff that I do, when I'm not doing any of that stuff, if I need to, I'll literally like do a couple circuits on my stairs just to move. That movement, it gets your body and all those feel-good chemicals. That's why exercising makes you happy, makes you feel good. It gets all those chemicals moving. So when you get up and move around and you exercise or just move, it actually really helps. So move your body. It could be standing at your stand-up desk, just marching in place. I could actually do that. Well, kind of sort of without you knowing that I'm marching in place, but I move too much with my shoulders. So the next one is to connect with other people. As human beings, we have an innate need to connect with others. So if you're working someplace, whether it's an office or a home office, and you're alone most of the time, take some time to connect with family, friends, coworkers, connect. And when I'm not talking about work stuff, I'm talking about connecting on a level that is, just fun. What did you do this weekend? Find out some stuff. What do you know about your coworkers if you have coworkers? What do you know about the other people? Do you even know everything that's going on in your house if you work from home with your husband, your kids, and everything else that's going on? Do you even know what's going on? Or are you too busy working? Take a little time to work, and work on relationships and connect with other people. There's a lot to be said for connections. The last one I have, I think that's number 6. I'm looking at my list. I do have 6. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, maybe it's a number 7. I don't know. It's to be present. When you think about your day and you think about where you are and what you're doing, are you actually there when you're chatting with somebody? Or are you thinking about what's next? Or are you thinking what came before? Are you present? Be in this moment. Be mindful in this moment. There's a lot to be said for self-care when you can be present and listening and fully all in on whatever it is that's going on at this particular moment. So let's see. We've got to prioritize that sleep. We've got to take those regular breaks, make some time for those things that you love to do, those hobbies, to move your body around, to connect with others. And it was 6. I was right. And to be present. So those are my 6 self-care tips for busy people. Keeping it real today. We're just saying as they come out. I do have my list. Everything else, I'm literally, as you can tell, just winging it. I really believe in self-care. It helps you with that balance. And self-care is not selfish. Do not get it into your head that, I can't take time for that because then I wouldn't be doing my work. If I'm not doing my work, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Self-care and time for self-care in your day is one of those critical things in your day that you should be doing. So put it on your task list if you have to. Split out some time in your busy schedule for some self-care and add a little balance into your life. That's what I've got for today. We'll see you all next week on Tips and Tricks Tuesday.